comet that's just come down. And I still remember you believed in heaven on earth and all its worth. You're a light from the tail of a comet that's just come down. You fell silently, a stranger to your world. Woman's eyes reveal reflections of a girl. I wonder where you smile, my friend, though you may not remember it now. You sure know how. You're a light from the tail of a comet that's just come down. And I still remember you believed in heaven on earth and all its worth. You're a light from the tail of a comet that's just come down. Again inside yourself, you're a light from the tail of a comet that's just come down. You're a light from the tail of a comet that's just come down. You're a light from the tail of a comet that's just come down. You're a light from the tail of a comet that's just come down.
Shauna, now I mess up on your first name now. See that? Tales of the Comet. Let's talk about that music. I'm Shells. Down on the phone, we got Candice and
That's okay.
we got Shauna.
I respond to anything. I can respond to hey you, whatever.
I'm the exact same way. I mean, I'm known by two names, Shells and Pixie, and people ask, well, which one do you pick? I go, pick one of them. I'll answer the both of them, trust me. So,
my daughter. Yeah.
Go ahead. Okay. Your daughter, yeah.
I was just going to say my daughter claims I don't respond to Mom, so she'll call me Shauna. So I don't know. It must be because it must be the whiny tone that I don't respond to. But
maybe I don't know. And there's times I don't listen to my mom either, and so she'll yell Pixie. I'm like, what? It's even interesting because when I was starting to become a disc jockey, my own disc jockey name was Craze or Crazy G. So just imagine your mom calling you Crazy G, in the supermarket when you're not paying attention,
Yeah.
It was very embarrassing. But it goes. At least I paid attention when she called me that. I don't know. So going back towards your music now. Now you are part of Starlight Musical Chronicles. So were you also an Artist of the Month?
I wasn't an Artist of the Month, but there was an article written about me. Candice and I were kind of brought together by some strange destiny.
How so? I gotta hear this story.
Yeah, it's great. It's actually really great.
Yeah, well, we were
Johnny Marr. Johnny Marr girl.
Yeah. So I'm at this Johnny Marr concert, and there's this woman running around with a big camera, and I see her all night with her camera and whatever. And then at the end of the night, I'm standing outside the venue, and there she is, and we start talking. And there was we saw a homeless man fall down, and nobody was going to help him. So both of us at the same time ran over and helped him and lifted him up. And so then we just kind of had that moment where, it was our bonding moment or something. I don't know. Then we really started talking and kind of getting to know each other. And so she told me what she was doing with Starlight Music Chronicles. And I had mentioned that I was coming out with my first album, and so she had said, to let her know and that. And so I did. When the album was coming out, I tracked her down, and then we ended up, talking, and then we ended up driving to Calgary together because Carlene Carter was opening. Was opening for they were more like a double bill, I guess. Carlene Carter and John Mellencamp, and Candice wanted to interview Carlene Carter, and she had got her media pass, and we ended up going down together. It was just kind of I thought, what the heck, I'm going to drive down. This will be an adventure. And so we're driving down and we're talking, and then we find out we're almost related through marriage.
Really?
So we are actually. We are almost.
Yeah, because it's your Candice. It's your
my aunt Darlene passed away. Yeah, she passed away in a freak accident in Mexico in 2010. Very, very sadly, there was a resort blast. But there's a family member on Shauna's side that is related to her family, my aunt Darlene.
Yeah.
So we started. I told her about this, and that's how we came about.
Yeah, she was telling me the story. I'm like, what? Your aunt? That's my brother's wife's sister. So it was just so bizarre, and then we got to talking, and then we're both kind of interested in the same things. Well, I'm in music, of course, but I really want to use music to both for kind of on two fronts. One would be to raise awareness and lift stigma around mental illness and like suicide, depression, anxiety. And then also too, I think that music is a great way to bring help, to bring hope to people who are suffering, and just maybe give them the push to get the help they need, or just even just the lift that they need. So we kind of had that in common, and so we just kind of bonded over that. So that's kind of now what I'm trying to do. I'm still sort of working out the details, but what occurred to me is, music can reach you on such a deep level.
Mm-hmm. It can.
It can be like hearing the right song at the right moment can absolutely be life changing. And if you ask 100 people, what song reached you on that deep level, you'll get 100 answers. So why aren't we taking advantage of that? There's got to be a way to tap into that. Mm-hmm. So I'm exploring how to use music to make this world, I guess, a friendlier place for people who are suffering.
Yeah.
So people don't feel. So people, if you were contemplating suicide, why would you ask for help if you thought you're going to be stigmatized for the rest of your life, or you're going to be judged? I mean, I remember hearing things like, oh, it's so selfish and things like that. How is somebody going to ask for help if they think that's how they're going to be perceived? We have to change perceptions.
Okay, now
this is so important.
Yeah, now we're getting into a topic where I can actually chime in, because I am a youth suicide survivor, believe it or not.
Me too.
And I actually had to find ways to climb out of it. And about 3 or 4 years ago, I hit a really rock bottom of my life, where I actually did take sleeping pills, 2 of them, and I just wanted to go to sleep. I was done with the world. I suffered a miscarriage. I suffered from a friend of mine who was like my best friend, who turned against me and believed a selfish jerk, and was helping him bully me all through my work, where I actually loved my job, and I left because of these 2. And so I was done with life. and I couldn't handle it anymore, so I did. But I was scared to death of letting go, so I stayed awake, and now I'm still here, and I'm going to therapy. I am going to therapy, have the best therapist in the world, and I climbed out of it. But when you're going through that depression, you're basically doing it by yourself, because you feel like there is no one can help. No one else can actually understand you. And I never asked for anybody help on Facebook or anything. I was by myself trying to figure out how to help myself. And then I met a wonderful friend. His name was Eric Poe. He is 7-foot tall giant. I will say it loud and proud. If it was not for him, I would not be here.
Yeah. Imagine if we didn't feel like we had to be alone like that, right?
Yeah.
Imagine if everybody was like that. If everybody was, just loving and supportive, and wanting to help you through it, instead of judging it. And you know what? And maybe it's maybe there's a degree of that's perception, because when you hear the negative messages that are out there, it feels like it's everywhere. I mean, and it's probably distorted, but it feels like it's everywhere. And if people felt like they didn't have to suffer in silence, then it would be different. I strongly believe that when public perception changes, we will see a huge drop in suicide rate. I strongly believe that. When people aren't afraid to ask for help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some people that actually, a friend of mine, well, he's not a friend of mine, but he removed me because I felt that he was only asking for attention, because he was ranting and raving about on Facebook about he wanted to kill himself, but everyone on that whole entire thread was actually trying to help him, and he was ignoring the help. That's what kills me. He's ignoring the help.
Because I think sometimes it's hard for people. I think it's hard to let people into that suffering sometimes too.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's why we need to reach people from all angles. We need to reach the people who are doing the judging. We need to reach the people who are feeling judged. There's just a huge change that has to happen. A huge change. Yeah, I was 13. I was 13 years old when I attempted suicide, and that's when I think about it now. It's like I was a little girl. Wow, yeah. I was a little girl. That's shocking to me now.
Yeah, totally agree.
And
yeah. Okay, we're almost out of time, but real quickly, I forgot to ask Knock the same question I'm asking everybody on the show. Shush, Candice.
I'll be good.
Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on, Rachel. You're next. Hang on a minute.
Sure. No worries.
All right. So really quickly, Shauna, between Michael Jackson, the whole entire Thriller, versus Prince, the whole entire album, who will you pick?
Well, Thriller was groundbreaking for a lot of reasons. I mean, the video was like a mini movie, and actually when I was 12, 13 years old, I was a massive Michael Jackson fan. But you know what? I got to go with Prince's Purple Rain. The songwriting just feels more personal, and that's just that's what reaches me on a deeper level. For me, that's kind of what it comes down to. They're both very important artists, and they're very important in their time and now even. They're both still important now. They're both brilliant in their own right. And I'm glad I'm not comparing the artists. But if we're doing the song Thriller versus the album Purple Rain, it's definitely the album Purple Rain. And my whole family's going, what? She was a Michael Jackson fanatic when she was like 12. But no, the album Purple Rain takes it.
Fantastic. All right. Well, there you guys go. Purple Rain's got a little nudge. All right. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you come back soon, and we'll talk more with you.
Okay.
All right. We're back on have a little commercial break, and we're back with Rachel. Hang on.
Well, that was some boring music.
Spike?
Come on, where's the Justin Bieber? Where's the Katy Perry? Where's the Fall Out Boy?
Noddle, you have witch powers. Turn him into a chipmunk and feed him to the owl outside.
I will do no such thing. We're here to talk about our website.
HomeCanineNeutering.com?
What?
No! InvaderPet.com, where people can check out our comic strips or locate bookstores selling bookmarks with our comics on them. So, listeners, want to see comics of me, Noddle the Witch, my pets Kaylee Cat and Spike Beagle? Go to InvaderPet.com and check us